Welcome back to Dr. Mary Travelbest Guide, and I'm going to talk about Oslo, part 1 today. I had my second solo 90-day journey around the world, and I'm excited to connect with you and fellow travelers and share experiences. So first, we'll talk about an FAQ, and then we'll get into talking about Oslo, a confidence challenge, and my mistakes. So the first question, the FAQ that is, from Amara, who wants to travel more. She asked, how can I plan a trip like you, Dr. Travelbest? Would I love to take some of the trips you've been on? Absolutely yes, but I'm not sure where to start. I hear a lot from you, but how do I do it? So here's my answer. Getting started is like this. Take small trips until you build up your travel muscles. I met a woman yesterday named Teresa who said she needs to read my books, and here's why. She's a single woman in her 70s, and she relies on her grown children for travel assistance. But they don't always want to go on the same trips as mom. So Teresa needs to manage her travel. I also think she needs to organize her phone apps so she can find the ones she needs quickly. If this is you, stick around. Some of this will flow into your DNA. I know it. And now for the 60-second confidence challenge. Your challenge today is to plan a step 1 trip. That means you spend the night in a new city by yourself. You can book your room, meals, and itinerary on your own, and you come home the next day refreshed and confident that you can do anything. One night of travel can reset your travel confidence. If you liked today's confidence challenge, my book series delves deeper into step 1 travel. Never heard of it? You will. It's been tried, tested, and trusted since 2020. You can find the series at the link in the description. Today's special destination is Oslo, Norway, and we're going to talk about part 1, the intro of Oslo. We're going to head north. It's Oslo, Norway, and it's a city that's surrounded by fjords and forests. Oslo is one of Europe's most accessible and progressive capitals with a calm, safe, and modern environment. It's perfect for solo women travelers over 50, including those using wheelchairs or mobility aids. Now, Norway is a stunning country with a vibrant population of about 5 million people, comparable to Montana's population, and the area stretches over 142,000 square miles. Their current exchange rate is about $10 US for 10 NOK, making it a pretty good time to explore this beautiful land. Now, the renowned Hudangren line makes it easy to connect with major cities and highlights throughout the region, and that's the train. So there's many incredible places to visit, including Hammerfest, or the breathtaking Svalbard and the Lofoten Islands. You can also cross the Arctic Circle and visit Trondheim, particularly special for my friend Karen, who gave me some good tips on going to Norway, and the scenic Flam Railroad. There's also the Vigeland Sculpture Park, which I'll talk about later, and the fascinating Fram Museum. And you can even try tasty cloudberries. There's the architectural marvel of the Oslo Opera House and the Well Spa. So Italian traveler Julius highly recommends the Paradox Optical Illusions exhibit in Oslo. What a fun experience. And check the show notes for lots of these. So you can find castles, Vikings exhibits. I heard about those from Debbie and Eric, who are from Toronto, Canada, who I had the pleasure of meeting on the train and spent pretty much of a day with them. But you've also got the Bergen-Hudrugen line, which I will talk about, stunning views of the different straits and troll forests and aurora domes and Oslo City Hall and the Nobel Peace Center. And you've got the Munch Museum featuring the Scream. You might have seen that. There's also a neighborhood that is pronounced Big Day. It's spelled Bygdoy, with the Y sounds like I in big. Okay, some of the words are a little different, but it does have a common approximate English Big Day. So for unforgettable adventures, you can also think about Norway in a Nutshell tour. That can be completed in just 2 to 3 days. And people told me about this. I missed it. The dazzling Lofoten Islands, the majestic western fjords, and charming Longyearbyen in Svalbard. Now, I did see a lot of it. I saw many, many things in Oslo, but not everything. So I want to go back. On my first day in Oslo, I arrived at the train station and I found my hostel on Karl Lagerfeldsgate Street. It was Oslo K7 Hostel. There were a few minor issues, such as it was under construction, but it wasn't a bad experience. My initial activities included swimming in the sea with Nina, who I met as my roommate. She was from South Korea. She'd never been swimming in the ocean before. Then we visited the Opera House, the Munch Museum, and the library. We tasted wonderful hot dogs, and we even went shopping for underwear. TMI, right? Well, there's a lot more to do. There's art, architecture, and the waterfront. So you could actually start your day at the Oslo Opera House, an architectural masterpiece that rises from a fjord like a glacier. And that sloping roof, it's fully wheelchair accessible with gentle ramps leading to panoramic views of the harbor and city skyline. It's a truly unique experience. And yes, I walked on the roof. From there, you could take a leisurely stroll or roll across the harbor promenade. It's flat, it's scenic, it's a walkway, but you can also have your wheelchair, and it connects many of Oslo's major attractions, like the Munch Museum, which I mentioned. It's dedicated to artist Edvard Munch, whose The Scream is on display here. And the museum is fully accessible with wide galleries, elevators, and a riverside cafe. Now, in the afternoon, you could check out the Akershus Fortress. Some cobblestone areas can be uneven, but the main paths and the museum section are accessible. And the views of the Oslo Fjord are worth the effort. You could end your first day at Akerbrugge, a lively waterfront district filled with accessible restaurants and outdoor seating for watching the sunset. Now, this word, Brygge, it's Norwegian for jetty or quay, and quay, it's pronounced roughly like Brugge. It's kind of like a different sound, Brygge. It's Danish, all right? So just keep trying. If I don't pronounce correctly, my apologies. But I'm going to talk a little bit here about some other mistakes that I made. And one was the high prices. Now, the exchange rate isn't bad, but I wasn't fully prepared for the high cost of dining and transportation in Oslo. So I want to close out by saying here's what I would recommend. To make the most of your time and money, you might want to purchase a 24 or 48-hour Oslo pass for convenient access to public transportation and popular attractions. Plus, another thing I did was I used a refillable water bottle, and I enjoyed picnic meals from local grocery stores and bakeries. Thanks for listening, and we've got part 2 coming up next.
What's on your travel bucket list? Tell the doctor and her team of women who travel the world seeking the very best. Dr. Travelbest, that is.